Hello, this is Thomas, K4SWL. If you're new here, I like to do real-time, real-life amateur radio field activation videos. And today I'm back at Zebulon Vance Historic Birthsite, Historic Birthplace, I guess they say. And it's another quiet, peaceful day here. Right as I arrived, there was somebody that was just packing up from having been over here. I think they had a picnic in the shelter. It's about, it's about a quarter after 1 locally. So it's a time when it would be kind of more occupied, this picnic shelter. But I called in advance, and the very kind staff here told me just to enjoy the picnic shelter all to myself. It was not reserved, so I was very happy to have it. Today, I just did a quick assessment of what I brought over and realized I left behind the one antenna that I planned to bring with me today. So I actually have a QRP guys tunable 40 meter infet half-wave antenna, and this is a kit that I built, and it's kind of half-baked. Actually, I don't know if you can say baked for an antenna. It's half-baked though. I think a fully baked antenna is one that's trimmed up, ready to go, resonant, just you can deploy it. And half-baked means it's kind of there, and I guess maybe not baked are the ingredients of the antenna. So this one's half-baked. I basically made it, I built the actual unit itself, which I'll show you probably in the very next videos when I'll take it out. I built the unit, the tuning unit and everything. It was a really fun little build. Maybe took me 45 minutes at the most. QRP guys kits are always so simple, so well documented. It's really not a big deal to build them. And then it was a long time before I actually put the wire on and trimmed it up. In fact, it was, I think I built this probably in January, and it wasn't until the end of March that I actually put the wire on it. And what happened was I took it over to my buddy Vlado's house in 3CZ. He is my, he's kind of like my warehouse for all kinds of components and parts and things. And Vlado actually he's got a bunch of wire. I've given him wire. We kind of help each other out. So we use our own inventories for things. Before we go out and buy something, we check with each other. It's just Vlado has way more stuff than I do. It's rare that he needs something that I have. It's a lot less rare that he has something that I could use. And so I was on his way to his house anyway, and I said, hey, Vlado, do you have any good wire I could use to build this little antenna? And he said, sure I do. And I couldn't find the reel of this wire that I like so much, and I've got a whole reel of it at the house. I just can't place my hands on it right now. I think it got kind of tucked away in our storage building at our house. And so I thought it'd just be easier to go to his place and get some wire for this QRP or guys antenna, which is not here right now. And so basically I went there, and then we had a little time, and he said, well, let's just go ahead and trim this up and do it. We had about 20 minutes to kill. We were both going somewhere. I can't even remember where now, but we both had to be out the door in about 20 minutes. And I said, oh, we can do it in that time. So I threw a line up in one of his trees, got out an antenna analyzer, and we started the process of trimming it. And then we ran out of time. He actually got a phone call, I think, and he had to leave a little early. And so we just took down the antenna, and it was mostly resonant. It actually needed a little more trimming, and I haven't gotten around to finish off the trimming yet. And it's in a pack, and I thought, what I'll do before I trim it any further, because we were using it with a very long, like a 45-foot length of RG174 when I was trimming it. I thought, really what I plan to do with this particular antenna is use a very, very short line. It has a counterpoise, a dedicated counterpoise, so I don't need to worry about a long length of line just to act as a counterpoise with the shield. And you need to tune it, so it needs to physically be near you when you're using it. So I thought, I'll just hook up like a 2-foot RG316 cord to it, and experiment with it that way, and check it before I trim off any more wire, because you can always trim, but you can't add wire back on easily if you over trim it. So that'll probably be for the next video, because what happened was I put it in a little pack in order to protect it in my other packs, and I forgot to stick that pack in my pack, so we don't have it today. And actually looking at the site now, I'm realizing it's probably not the best site for this particular antenna, because it does need a bit of a tree, and I could deploy it here for sure, but it would probably bend over and not be ideal. And then trying to get the line in without touching the edge of this roof and stuff to hook up to the radio, I don't know if that would have really worked out very well at all. I think I need a different site in order to test that antenna anyway. So when I'm trimming an antenna, I really want kind of near ideal normal conditions. So I would want, you know, a tree like I'd normally use and that sort of thing. I wouldn't want to have too many other variables affecting it as I'm trimming it if I did trim it today. But I'm not. And in fact, it's probably a better day anyway to, this is not a day I'm going to use my AX1 or AX2 antennas or anything. It's the reason why is we're right now having just some epically poor propagation. We've had CMEs hitting, and I'm sure you probably remember this by the time this video's out. We're probably a month down the road from this now, but I mean, the reports from POTA activators is this has taken so much longer to get an activation done, less signals on the air and stuff, because we've had CMEs hitting the Earth that have been producing geomagnetic storms, the likes of which have brought aurora sightings down into like places, you know, in the southern part of the U.S., which is really impressive. But those make conditions very, very unstable, and I'm not so sure they've recovered yet. I didn't check the forecast before I left today, but I'm pretty sure they haven't recovered yet. So it's a good day to use like a nice efficient. I'm just using my in-fed half wave with my Elecraft KX2. So kind of a normal activation in that regard, though it will be a challenge, and I think I will film this. It will be a challenge to get my line in that tree. I did it the last time I was here, but that tree's just, it's a complicated one to get a line in for some reason. But I'm gonna do my best to do it. This did remind me though, like today I know I'm probably gonna be facing some rough conditions, but I'm sure I'll probably get my 10 hopefully in the amount of time I have, and I have quite a bit of time actually. I can be on the air for about an hour, so it should be pretty fun today. Back in the early days of POTA, I'm talking my children, I'm talking way long time ago, like 3-4 years ago. Back at least when I got started in POTA, which I think I did probably my first POTA activation in 2019 or 18, I'm uncertain. I was very heavily involved with National Parks on the Air in 2016. But it was my buddy Eric, WD8RIF, that really kind of got me into POTA because I saw how much fun he was having, and I thought, man, this has all of the hallmarks of National Parks on the Air. So he got me involved in it. And I really started in earnest in 2020. I mean, that's when I started doing lots of activations. And those days, like 2019, 2020, heading into 2021, you know, we were in the doldrums of the sunspot cycle. Propagation was unstable all the time. It was pretty much the norm. Every time I went out to the field, it seemed I had to really fight for my activation to get it done. I didn't know if it'd take an hour or an hour and a half to get 10 sometimes. And it was a combination of poor band conditions with a very young Parks on the Air program. These days, it doesn't really matter what the band conditions are like. As long as there's an ionosphere at all, Parks on the Air is so active. I mean, it's orders of magnitude larger than it used to be in terms of hunters. So it may take you a little while longer. You may have to fight for it a little bit if the conditions are really bad, but you're probably going to eventually get your 10, especially if you're doing CW. And so POTA has... you know, I never worry about what conditions are like. I just go on out anyway. I'll have to admit, conditions may affect me if I'm planning to do a rove, and let's say I want to do 6 parks in one day, and it's an aggressive schedule. I may not choose to do a rove on a day when conditions are really poor, only because I know that it's just going to take me longer to get my activation complete, possibly. And so I may just choose a different day to do that. But it never stops me from going out and doing activations. It may just kind of dictate how many activations I would do in one day. and you know, the propagation is kind of funny too, because sometimes it's you know, really unstable, and then it starts to recover a bit. And in that recovery period, sometimes the ionosphere is really ionized, and you can get some really great conditions immediately following some really bad event. So you never know. But anyway, I'm going to stick with a good old trusty. This is the MM0OPX InFed half-wave because I had it in my Blue Ridge Overland Gear gadget bag, which I featured in a past video. I keep it in here, and since I didn't bring the antenna I wanted to bring, I'll be using this one, and I'm sure it's a really, really nice InFed half-wave, but it's an InFed half-wave design, so there's no magic to it other than, you know, Colin put some real time into making it efficient, but it's an InFed half-wave, a 40-meter InFed half-wave, so it's resonant on 40, 20, 10, and also 15. Which is really good. But it doesn't matter because I've got my Elecraft KX2 in here, which has an ATU built into it. So if I decide to go on 30 meters, 17 meters, 12 meters, I'll just use my ATU and tune it, and we'll be on the air. In fact, I can take this down to 60 meters and probably 80 meters if I really wanted to. But I'm suspecting that today, probably 30 and 20 are going to be my best shots, and maybe I'll probably start on 20, then maybe move down to 30 or something. We'll find that out later. Anyway, I've done a lot of talking now. I've got the time to do it today, so I thought I'd add this in. Always keep in mind with my videos, I don't do edits in my videos, but what I try to do is put chapters in the timeline. At least on YouTube, you can see the timeline. If you just hover your cursor over the timeline in the video, then you'll see where I've put chapter marks in, so you can skip over stuff you don't want, and I will not blame you for doing that at all. Now, I just have a little action camera here. I'm going to change this out, set it up on a tripod, and try to show me putting a line through this tree. I will be shocked if I get it done in one. It's probably going to take me 3 or maybe even more to do it, but I really do want to try to work on this tree right here. The reason why it's difficult, I'll try to bring you over here so you can see, but the problem with videos is they don't have very good depth. You have no depth perception in them, so you really can't see the tree that well. But it's kind of a gnarly, half-dead tree next to another half-dead tree. And what I'm always aiming for is I have to launch the line up in a way that it goes over those branches and across the other side. If it goes toward the middle, then it comes shooting straight down, and that means that I probably won't have the height I want, but also it's going to force my antenna radiator to go up and like that straight through the branches, and I really kind of want it sloping off and going down to the picnic shelter. So that's the reason why I'm choosing this. I'm also using my larger 12-ounce throw weight with my collapsible throw line that has a larger diameter throw line, the yellow stuff, and this is all Weaver products. Weaver makes, I think, really some of the best arborist storyline material out there. They make fantastic weights, so I like using their throw weights. But this is the line I'm talking about, and this stuff will absolutely not get caught in trees. It just glides through trees, especially if you're using a 12-ounce weight. And since I'm really aiming to get a bit of height on this, I want a 12-ounce weight because an 8-ounce weight with a whole lot of line could get stuck. You really want something with a little more heft to pull it back through the tree. Anyway, I'll shut this off, change out tripods, and maybe you'll be able to see me do this. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is hop out there and get the line in the tree. Then I'll come back and grab the antenna and pull it through if I can get it in. So I know it's probably impossible to see this with this little camera, but I basically snagged, I was going to redo this, but I basically snagged the very end of that one little branch right there. And I'm looking at it thinking, if I start pulling up this antenna, is that branch just going to let go? And it could. It's very iffy, but I think I'm going to risk it because the line that I'm using is very thin wire. The actual throw line itself is not, but I'll probably move my throw line bag over there so that it's a little bit more that way. And with any luck, maybe it'll hold it. It does look kind of tenuous, I gotta admit. What I tried to do was get the line out from underneath these branches here to kind of see how well it's hanging. And it looks like that if it falls down, there's a slight possibility it may catch on the next branch. If not, it's going to come down to this branch down here, which is going to be way too low. So may end up having to redo this. We'll see. Won't know until we deploy it. I know this, I won't be able to yank on this antenna from the from over here. I think that'll probably pull it out of the tree. Still very tempted to maybe just redo it, but yeah, we'll give it a go. That's the great thing about these QRP antennas, is that they're so, this line is so thin that you can get away with some of this stuff sometimes. This is pushing it, I gotta admit, because that branch is leaning away from the end, is leaning away, so it could just offload this line, but we'll find out. Okay, so it's time to throw the feed line on it so I can figure out how to kind of take a little strain relief off of this, because that branch will not handle a lot of strain. So I'll probably do like a little something over here just to kind of give it a little strain relief. Yeah, but I think this is going to work. I hope it'll work. Let's go and get the feed line out. This is just some RG316. And this always wants to tangle on me. I don't figure eight my RG316, mainly because I try not to pinch it too much, just to make it last a little longer maybe. Maybe that works. Let's go ahead and get this set up somewhere. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Plug this in to the antenna. And now what I'll do is figure out some way to give it a little strain relief over here. A gentle strain relief. Shouldn't even call it strain relief, really. All I'm trying to do is position it so that it's just, I can put just enough pressure on that branch to hold it up where I want it to be, but not so much that it yanks it out of the branch. Now let's see, is there something I can attach to here? You know what I'll do? I may just attach this to the top of my hack that I'm using, and what I'll do is actually attach it here like this. I'll use the same Velcro cord that I use to tie up the thing. I'll just kind of put it through here so it holds. That's where my Elecraft KX2 will be. So now all I'm going to do is just pull this up to the point that it's where I want it to be, and hopefully it'll stay. So exactly what I feared happened. Not a big deal though, because it won't take long to redo this. Because I've already got everything laid out, it's really not a big deal. I think that's the reason I took the risk. It basically came off that branch, fell all the way down to the branch where I was afraid it would hit. So now it's just up not high enough where I want it. And you know what did it? It was the knot in my line when it went over that branch. It was just enough that it displaced it and it fell down. I bet if I was using my 2mm line, it probably wouldn't have done that, because this line's just so slick. It's meant to just glide off branches, and it does, and that's the reason why it did that. So I need to try to throw it up and get it a little further in, grab a branch a little bit better. So here we go again. Let's try this again. Let's see, can you see everything here? Let me just put you over here. I know this is off at a great distance, and I'm sorry. That's the best I can do right now. It just takes a little bit of finagling. I did yank on this pretty hard, so my backpack fell down, but that's okay. That's what it was here for. This is going to work beautifully. I'm so glad actually that I redid this, because I'm afraid that in the middle of my activation that could have fallen down, but it did not. So you can see here the line's up. Now I'm going to pull it and it'll be a little higher than this. What I do is use my weight, my throw line weight, as a means of holding the antenna down. It puts on just enough weight on here that I can arrange the antenna, and you can see there I'm probably going to move it up a bit. Sorry you can't see this, but it's down here. And now what I'll do is move this up a bit now that I've repositioned. I just had to finagle the radiator a little bit just to make sure that it was out of the tree limbs the way I wanted it deployed. It would have worked in the tree limbs, but I'm doing videos. I want it to look good for you guys. And by the way, let me just say how nice it is to do these activations where I've actually got some time to just in a very relaxed and casual way put up my antenna, because you know, most of the time I don't spend more than 5 minutes putting up an antenna. This is a real luxury. And it's what's so nice about these Tuesdays when my daughters are in school, is I got all this time to actually put up an antenna and take my time doing it. If I were in a hurry, I would have used my 9-to-1 antenna, hooked it up here, put it in. I would have done all that in 5 minutes. This is a challenging tree, but worth it, because probably today conditions are not going to be ideal. I'd love to be wrong about that. And so I want to spend a little time having you know, a system up that's about as efficient as I can do. Here we go. Look at this. This is pollen. It's all over the place. It's like this light greenish yellow color. It is everywhere. There we go. That'll be perfect. I'll go ahead and hook it up to the radio. People worry about strain relief here on the KX2. This thing was designed with the BNC firmly mounted inside. You don't really have to worry too much about that with the KX2. It'll be fine. Okay, let's see. Do I need anything else out of here? I need this. And I'll put this on top of the feed line, and that'll hold it down well enough. Now, could slip a little bit if we get some wind, but check this out. I think it looks pretty good. It's a nice antenna deployment. The matching units may be 2.5, 3 feet off the ground, and it's going up into perfect, like just sort of a sloping shape. I'm really happy with that. Yeah, the second, so the first one was on the very tip end of one of these branches, and we were pulling this way, and that was the problem. The second one kind of went straight through the middle of the tree, which is what happens in a tree like this. It's where it tends to want to go. So what I was trying to do on that third one is give it, I went back a little bit, and I wanted to give it a little bit more of an angle to go up and over. And it did a pretty good job of that, going through one of the main branches. There's no possible way that that's going to come out of the tree. And so I'm very, very pleased with the way that turned out. Worth the extra effort. But again, if you're out doing an activation, don't feel like it needs to look perfect. It's not something that needs to be done perfectly to get on the air. With parks on the air and summits on the air and stuff, as long as it's radiating something, you're probably in good shape. Let's get this set up. You are probably in good shape. I need to remember to hook up my external battery so that the camera doesn't run out of battery this time. This is such a luxury. I've got about an hour on the air, even fiddling around with the antenna that long. It's a real luxury for me. There we go. Battery is now powering the camera, my external battery. I'm going to log on this little Write in the Rain notebook, and I'm also going to log on AC log. Oh, and I've got a really nice... Oh, look at the pollen, man. The pollen's already on my radio. This stuff will kill you. 6856. Vance. By the way, I have on order some Right in the Rain pens with the idea that you may even be able to see it more easily on my notepads when I'm using a pen. I prefer using a pencil, but it's more important to me that you're able to read my logbook than for me to be able to erase, because I can always strike out things when I don't write them down correctly. But anyway, let's see, 25 April. Man, Hamvention is less than a month away. By the time you're watching this, I may be at Hamvention. I don't know what the schedule will be for this video, but I'm so looking forward to going there again because it's been too long. Last I attended was in 2019. Before that, I think I attended every single year since like 2008. And so I'm really looking forward to going there. A little nervous, if I'm being honest, about... at the end of the day, it may not seem like it, especially since I talk so much in my videos. I'm pretty introverted. And so going to an event where I'm meeting lots and lots and lots of people that maybe I've just met on the air, don't really know them in real life yet or anything. And I don't want anybody to ever get a bad impression of me, you know, but I get tired. It's kind of wearing to chat with so many people. Hamvention is just intense. That's what I love about it, but I need like recovery time afterwards, especially. So if you met me at Hamvention and I seemed a little out of it, the reason why is I'm just probably tired. It's a little draining, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm planning to probably go to one night of 4 days in May. I won't be able to go to the 4 days in May Thursday conference, unfortunately. That's when I'm arriving. I'll be arriving late in the day that day with my buddy Eric, WD8RIF, and we're going to do some POTA on the way over, which I'm looking forward to doing. Some parks I think I've never worked before, or never activated before in Ohio, so that makes it really exciting. Also, I'm going in with a media pass. So I'll be at Hamvention on Friday and Saturday, and I'll be at the 4 days in May banquet Saturday night. And I'll during Hamvention, if you're there, this may be published after Hamvention, I'm not sure, but I'll be spending time at the Ham Radio Workbench podcast table, along with Halibut Electronics, and I'm looking forward to meeting some people there. Okay, first of all, let me make sure I saved my last log. That was on the 21st. It was on the 21st. Yes, I can delete this log out. Sorry, I'm doing this on the side. You can't see it really, but all I'm doing is going into AC log. And since I'm using this, I prefer using this because I like using the keyboard and it's really, really quick entry. I just delete my logs after I've saved them, start it over from 0 again, and then put in here, band 20 meters, CW. That's where we'll start. Whoops, did I put a 1 in or something? I did. Okay. SIG info is... No, my SIG info is K-6856. And all I have to do is tab through when I do this now. Now, technically, I have scheduled this activation. So with any luck, I want to start calling CQ. It'll work. Oh, man. I am hearing an electric fence. That is new here. I'm not surprised. Not surprised. Okay, wait. ATU. What am I doing? It's on auto. Remove it to bypass mode. And the reason I'm turning off the ATU is because I'm going to be on 20 meters, and that's where... that's actually where the, the 40 meter infed half wave is resonant, so I don't need to use or engage my ATU in that case. Okay, so let's turn on the noise blanker. That seems to have eliminated it, at least where it's not popping anymore as much. Okay, here we go. That's what a noise blanker is for. People say it's for ignition in cars and all that stuff. For me, it always has to do with electric fences, because that's where I encounter that kind of noise. those pulses. So this sounds pretty clear here. And I'm getting, you probably can't see this on the display, but I'm getting just a perfect SWR. Okay, with any luck, I'll be at 1700 hours. It'll look, well, it's the UTC time. Thank you for joining me today, by the way. I really appreciate you coming along. It is a beautiful day. It's kind of that bright green color outside on the trees, that yellowish green that we get in the spring. I was noticing, I was talking with my daughter the other day, and this time of spring's almost like the fall in that the color variations in the trees are just pretty dynamic. Not to the degree of fall here in the mountains in Western North Carolina, but it is pretty. It's something to behold. It is beautiful, despite the pollen. Sometimes it'll look, the air looks hazy here, and it's just pollen in the air, which is scary to think we got that much pollen. But it's on everything. You can't, it's just, whoops, what did I do? I did this. I hit my preamp. The reason I'm not running it in a chain like I was doing before in beacon mode is because when I think somebody could call me, I'd rather not have to hit my key to make it stop. I have a hunch that the bands are bad today. So I can pull out my phone and see. Ooh, I need to take some pictures while I'm thinking about it. Man, that was weak. You heard his signal go down. The band conditions are bad. Now the question will be, are they any better, lower or higher than 20 meters? Okay. Oh, there we go. You always have a great signal. Oh, I did it again. I added my B and K together. That's an inside joke. I'll tell you later if I can remember. See, KD8EDC, I wrote to him recently and I said, am I hearing a ZZ or a ZZ when you're at the end of your exchange? And turns out I was, for some reason, instead of hearing MI, which is da da did it, I was hearing da da did it. And I don't know why. And I thought maybe ZZ or ZZ stood for something. Ooh, I did it again. I ran my BK together. I'm trying to separate those. Okay. Okay. There we go. Two more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops, I've missed one in here. Let's see. In a 0OF, KB1, KD8, KD2, AC5K. Oh, I'm counting this one. That's right. I was counting on this side. Should have been counting on this side. Whoops, sorry. Didn't mean to bump you. Water. Okay. Okay. Meant to break them apart again. I forgot. My BK. I'm trying to make my BK not a pro sign, but an abbreviation. Like that. Muscle memory is a hard thing to break. Man's rough. Hear how he fades? I've got my filter really wide, by the way. That's the reason you're hearing some things off to the side, too. I like listening this way. I'm hearing another noise here today too. I think I've mentioned in past videos, you know, this park is almost in like a rural neighborhood, so I'm not at all surprised they have a little QRM here. It's not bad though. At my QTH, I have extraordinarily low noise. There we live so kind of remotely and stuff, and so good to get you in the logs again. I may move to a different band here just to shake it up a bit, since it's kind of, I'm still getting contacts in, so I'll keep going just a little bit, but I think they're in the same park with me. Good fist. Even that big signal, hear how it's going down? I thought I heard it. Good, you get your logs. Got a big signal. We hear how it's going up and down. Is that K1? I wonder if I got their call sign wrong the first time. Take some pictures now. Where should I go? Should I go to 30 or should I go to 7? Let's try 17 first, and then we'll go to 30. Because I have a hunch either 17 is going to be dead or good. Nothing in between. Let's check this out. 17 meters. Let me make sure I get this right in my logs. Make a note here. 17 meters CW. And let's find a free frequency. Oh, yes, I need to re-engage my ATU. Auto. Let's go for... Let's go for 86.5. Boom. 1 to 1. Herein lies the magic of having an ATU. So it's just so convenient to have a way that you can take your resonant antenna into non-resonant bands. And that's so important on days where, say, for example, there's a contest or propagation's poor on like the normal bands like 40 and 20, and you want to move to 30 and 17. Having an ATU means you can just pop over to that band and start using your antenna, and you're in good shape. I shouldn't do that. I may not get a single contact here, and then I've already written that down. Come on, I gotta get at least one now. Be nice to know that somebody's on 17. Take some more pictures here. Man, it's such a gorgeous day today. Beautiful spring day. I remember when I did my undergrad at Western Carolina University, great school near Sylvan, North Carolina in Cullowhee. And I remember a professor told me one spring that at the beginning of the term, he said, you know, this is the toughest term of all. And it's not because the academics are any more difficult. It's just so nice outside that all you want to do is go outside and not do your schoolwork. And they were right, because I tell you what, all I wanted to do was mountain bike, hike, do all those good things, which I could do there. I did my graduate studies at the London School of Economics, which, you know, is in the middle of London. And you didn't quite get, I mean, London was always kind of vibrant and there were things to do and stuff. But I have to say, it's really noticeable, those seasonal changes when you're a student and you're like out at a university in the middle of the mountains compared to in the middle of one of the largest cities in the world. Quite a different dynamic. I loved my time at the London School of Economics. Like the most difficult thing I've ever done was get my master's degree there. But I love London. It's such a cool place, and I miss it so much. I've got to go back there. Hopefully next year is when we're going to go. It's been difficult to try to. We have to go into summer pretty much for the make it work with our daughter's school activities, and this summer they've got things going on all summer long. So when we go traveling, like we did in Canada last year, we like to go for about 2 months at a time or a month at a time or something. We usually don't go for short periods. We usually go somewhere and stay put for a while to keep because we're actually pretty frugal travelers. And that's a way you can do that. If you're always moving and different hotels and things every night, it's pretty pricey. But we like to go somewhere and just kind of stay put and, as they say, kind of travel like a local, where you're staying, where you're going. But we have so many friends we need to catch up with in the UK, and when we go there, we definitely want to go up through Scotland back to the Outer Hebrides. I'd like to go to way more islands and do way more time in Scotland this time, and in Wales, down to Cornwall. We've got friends we want to see down there. Oh, I just miss that place. Did I hear somebody? I don't know why that just went off. Why did that go off? Did I do something weird? Oh, I can't remember what it was. Really trying to listen in the static there. I swear I'm hearing a super weak station, but there's just no way I could work them right now. Then again, sometimes it may just be the CW monkeys. That's where you're hearing CW in the static. CW that's not there. I am prone to that. Let's move down to 30 meters. Somebody's probably on the frequency I usually use, which is 10113, which is fine. So we'll just wait here and see if we hear anybody pipe in. CW. So yeah, I've mentioned in previous videos that I keep my filter pretty wide on my radios when I'm listening, because I kind of like to hear everything around where I am and let my filter between my ears do all the work. I think it's a pretty good practice. Everybody, I think, should do that on occasion. I think it just makes you a little bit better at, kind of picking out signals from a lot of other signals. It just makes you kind of more aware of your attention and focus when you're working in a pileup or one of those kind of situations. I just like hearing more rather than less. However, sometimes if there's an adjacent signal or an adjacent park activating or something like that, then I'm not going to bother doing that. I'll keep the filter pretty narrow then. You know what I want to do? I'm just not used to having this much time. This is such a luxury. You know what I want to do is hunt a little bit. Let's see here. Let's try to hunt. Okay, 14060. Now, since I've got the ATU engaged, I'm just going to leave it engaged, and we're going to try to work. Let's just go up here. 1406.1. This is KD5 ICE. Ooh, boy. If that's them. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can't hear him very well. Okay. Let's try a different station. They're very weak. I may try to go back to them a little bit later when they're a little stronger. 14051, that's in South Carolina though, so it's unlikely I'll be able to hear them. That's a little too close. Ooh, 10111. They are in Ohio. That's a possibility. Now I'm not hearing them on the other end. Okay. Anybody else out here? 14045 in Missouri. That's a possibility. 45. Oh no, they're just QSYing right now. I just heard him since QSY. They're probably gone. South Carolina on 30 meters. That's, yeah. That's a little too close too, probably. This keeps refreshing. I need to freeze it. Let's see. 118. Ooh. See if I can get you. Ooh, this is really a little bit of that electric fence is popping through now. Oh, they just disappeared on me. They're just gone. Okay. I'm not seeing anyone else that's active right now, so let's move to, let's go back up here to, let's go 113.5, and hit the ATU one more time. Yeah, good. Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting that the noise blanker is not engaged when you move bands. That's the reason why you're hearing that popping. See, here's what it sounds like with noise blanker. Whoops. And without. Pop. And it takes care of that pulse noise. There we go. Let's change my logs over here, make sure I tell it I'm on 30 meters now. I've got about another 15 minutes or so. Truly a luxury to be able to do this. Oh, I should take a picture while I'm on 30 meters so I can put that in my field report. This Bengali paddle is so photogenic. So always check QRP.com for my field report. I put way more information in there. Okay. 27 contacts so far. Very pleased with this. I have to fit another activation in later this week. These are busy times. It's the end of the spring term for my daughters, and these are busy days. They got meetups, classes, they've got dances, all those things. And family comes first, even becomes before POTA. Meters is not in great shape. The bands are just not in great shape today. But hey, look, you know, I've worked 27 parks. It's not as healthy as it normally is. Seems like the lower bands are maybe more affected this time. Okay, there's somebody. Okay, here we go. I like your fist. Okay, I'm gonna go for the end station. Oh, there we go. You got a strong signal today, Brian. Also very avid POTA activator. I think it's a 3. Yep. Good GM logs again. I like the GM. It's always funny sending good morning after I've worked in. It's like GM, GM. Okay, I heard a K0. Holy cow, where did everybody come from? Oh, there we go. No, that was, I think it was a J. Okay, that, I think it's DJ, okay. Okay, there. Got him. That's messy, but I got it. I'll try to get the park to park next. Okay, so I'm going to try to go for the park to park next because I did hear a P to P in there. Okay, wait, I'm getting that mixed up. Got him. I'm gonna do one more and that's it. I've got to pack up and go. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop now. I really do have to pack up. Okay. I think I heard 2 dits in there. Sorry, guys. I hate doing that, but I've got to. So that would be a wrap on this activation, and there were 38 contacts. 20 meters did pretty well, and 17 meters was, you know, it was there. I got one station. I'm grateful for that one station, and 30 meters did pretty well. Actually, 30 meters was kind of quiet up front, and then it kind of perked up, and that's what happens. Anyway, this was really fun. I had a good time with this activation. I really appreciate you joining me today. I am going to have to hop off here quickly. I'm not going to show putting up the antenna or anything because I've only got about 10 minutes less, 9 minutes to pack everything up, go back to my car, and pick up my daughters, and that's not a whole heck of a lot of time. So I want to go ahead and do that and not be late for my daughter. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you get a chance to go out and play radio. This is the time of year, at least here in North America, in the northern part, in the northern hemisphere. This is a very active time for park and summit activations. I've been seeing more summit activations lately, which I really love. And I plan to do some more myself. But it's just the time to be out and about and really enjoy things. You know, because the weather's starting to get pleasant. And of course, by the time this video's out, it'll almost be full on summer in a lot of places. So anyway, thank you again for joining me. Take care, treat each other with kindness, and until next time, 7 threes.